what's up, y'all? It's your girl Nisha, and welcome back to Honeybee Reacts. So, today we are reacting to Carmen from Carmen and Corey. So Carmen and Corey officially, really this time is getting a divorce. So y'all know they have plenty of scandals out there saying they're going to separate or they're separating, we do whatever, which I really feel like for a while they just been going through a lot. But it has been confirmed Carmen has gotten her own place. Corey has gotten his own place, apparently in Miami. Carmen is staying in Houston, but she already has her own place and has moved into it. And they are getting a divorce according to these YouTube streets. So Carmen has did a video. It's called "It's Real. I'm Officially Done," and this is part one, and there's a part two. So we're gonna react to the first part and see what she's saying. I haven't watched the video. I just seen it pop up in my timeline. So yeah, let's get straight into it.
This is me telling y'all, my part, and this is what it is. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. I'm excited. I'm nervous. Thank you. I'm ready to just be as open as I can. Yes, I'm answering all the questions that I can. To talk to me, ask anything y'all want to talk. Anything. I love you too. Let's go. Carmen, oh my gosh, you're so radiant. You look so beautiful. Let me start off there. Why did you start a new channel? I noticed that you're no longer with your older channel. You're asking people to follow this new channel all about Carmen. Give me a little more about that. It's a lot, obviously, and we're gonna get to it. But starting a new channel, it means a new beginnings, completely. And I feel like I have to kind of detach myself from the old channel and start a new one, which is all about Carmen, where I can start with a clean slate, like rebrand myself, clean my image, and just Carmen Preach It channel, he did what he has to do for me, and starting that is kind of more so like me proving a point to myself as well, because I'm an amazing content creator, and I kind of hold myself back. And starting a new channel, it feels new. It does feel a little bit weird because I didn't see myself doing it, and I'm just ready to see what's next and where this channel is going to really bring me. So you're basically the owner of this channel. I feel like it's me, like it's all me. It's about with Carmen.
So if y'all don't know, the Carmen Pritchett channel was originally a channel that Corey had, and then gave it to Carmen, which they changed the name to Carmen Pritchett. So originally it was a channel that Corey already had. So maybe, and this is alleged, he took the channel back or whatever. I kind of heard something about that he offered her the channel, but she said she didn't want it. But then I did see a little Instagram clip of him saying that why would he give his channel or whatever because she left or whatever. So apparently she left first. I don't know, but I don't know all the insight. Maybe she'll give us some more insight about like why she started the channel, but it just looked like basically either way she was gonna have to start a new channel. So yeah,
it's about what Carmen likes. It's about what Carmen deserves. And I understand that if nobody go hard for me, I have to go hard for myself.
And that's period.
Who is this new Carmen? Tell us more about this Carmen that I'm looking at right now. Okay, let me not, put a front for you guys. I am moving forward to new things. But this new Carmen, I won't call it a new Carmen. It's just more so I'm going to be showing you who Carmen actually is. I feel like I have been holding myself back, or I can do certain things because out of respect, or, just protecting my image. But now it's more so, okay, Carmen, show them why they loved you in the first place.
you know, and I feel like people fell in love with me because I'm funny, I'm just a natural, happy person, that when I get on camera, you know, I smile. When I'm going through it, I let it be known, like, today is not the day, guys. I feel like more so I'm in a process of healing. Coming down to being a new person, it comes down to heal first. So I am in a process of healing. I know I look good, and like, I'm standing here strong, but in the inside, like, you know, I'm really going through it.
I just love that about you. I mean, you're still shining in the midst of your hurt and your pain, everything that's going on. So with everything that is going on, we normally see in the blogs that you and Corey break up and you guys get back together, break up. Is this a breakup that we're seeing? Is this a real breakup, or is this what's going on with you and Corey? Are you guys broken up?
Yes, it is official. We are done. Definitely going in a way that I never thought it was gonna go. You know, of course, like, when you get with a person, you're not thinking about the day when y'all gonna break up and how it's gonna be, you know. But it's my turn to start in a new way, because I feel like I am my own person, you know. I feel like I have my own character and I have a lot to bring to the table, and we are going our separate ways. But this is the right way for me to tell you guys, moving forward and just moving to this new journey without the person that I started with, you know.
Right. You have been so honest with us through a lot of situations, and then there was a lot of situations where maybe, like you said, we didn't get to see that. What was your breaking point that we didn't get to see, that social media didn't get to see, the answers that your fans want to know? What was your breaking point?
You know, I'm not a person that's gonna sit here and really read my whole story to you, but my breaking point was when I had to realize that I have 2 kids, you know, and at the end of the day, anything that happens affects the boys. You know, they are so innocent, and I'm sorry if I get emotional, guys, you know, but my kids are kids, you know, they are very innocent. My breaking point, it's just when family is not family, you know, and we can both try, but it's like, when you keep trying and things just not getting clear or any sweet, you just have to remove yourself, you know, because you're affecting these little humans that didn't ask to be here. And if y'all was to ask me, my kids deserve a way better life, you know. I haven't been able to produce as a mom because I had too much going on, like in my personal life, the relationship-wise, work ethic, my mom, and my kids, and just too much. Dealing with all that is like,
I feel like Carmen has, and Corey, but they have definitely tried for a long time to make it work. And I feel like they've both done had their ups and downs. You know, initially at the beginning, it was like Corey was cheated and all this and that. Carmen stayed, tried to stay down. But as a woman, you know what I mean? You, when you get cheated on, like, constantly, it's very hard to let that go. So if you're going to stay with somebody, you really, really going to have to learn, like, to let it go. And a lot of people can't do that. And then, too, you got to think, like, always in the back of your mind, what he lying about now? What is he doing? Like, shit just don't, it just never comes back together like it should. Like, some people, very few women can, you know, be cheated on and, you know, continuously be in that relationship and move forward. But it's very few women that could do that. And I feel like once the trust is misplaced, then it's definitely hard to come back for it. And they done tried for years. I mean, years and years and years. And everybody done seen it unfold on the internet. And I'm not the one to judge. I mean, everybody go through their shit. That's their business. But I'm just saying, like, you know, you definitely will get to your breaking point. So I get, like, I respect that she's not just, like, telling each and every detail, because, like, I mean, a lot of it has unfolded on the internet, but a lot of it hasn't. And ain't no telling what this girl been through. But, too, it's also what you choose to allow him to do. So she has probably allowed a lot of stuff, and she probably just over it. And I get it, you know what I'm saying? I feel like they tried their best, and now it's the end. So
I just constantly keep putting myself in the back, you know, like, I put myself last. And now, like, my breaking point was when I realized, like, I lost myself, you know, like, I don't work like I used to. I don't get motivated like I used to, you know, like, I became in such a toxic environment where I was just caring more about my person, you know, make sure that I was pleasing, make sure that I was being good. I was, you know, just worried about trying different things, trying it all, you know, just to make it work. But
Baby, let me tell you, when you in a relationship and you really, really got love for a person, right? And you start losing yourself and you really forget who the fuck that you are. And it starts to, you trying to do everything for, like she said, her person or whatever. But the person that you with, you really start losing yourself, forgetting about yourself, and even like, no, I'm not even gonna say, well, self-esteem, just feeling like, you know what I'm saying, you're not wanted, or you're in a relationship but you're feeling alone, things like that. Baby, it is time to go. Because if you, especially when you got kids, if you can't love yourself and put you first, or that person is not putting you first as you feel the need to be, then it is time to go. The best thing that I ever did in my life was leave a toxic relationship, okay? And I was so in love with this person, you know what I'm saying? But he was constantly doing shit. He would say he loved me, but doing like the most grimiest shit to me, and I dealt with it. And I chose to deal with it. But baby, let me tell you, when I was done, I was done. And I'm telling you, that was one of the hardest things that I had to do in my life, because I was in such a deep depression. You know what I'm saying? And I climbed my way out of it. One thing I told myself, I said, for 1 year, I'm not going to date anybody for 1 year. I'm going to have to learn how to love me. I'm going to have to figure out what I really want. I'm going to have to figure out what I decide not to tolerate. I got to figure that shit out, because, like, I got these 4 kids I got to raise by myself, and I was just settling for some straight bullshit. And that's some real shit. And then, too, I had to reflect on, like, why do I keep choosing these type of men that I've been, that I had kids with, that I'm not with. So I got 2 baby daddies. I got 4 kids. My son, I had him like as soon as I graduated high school, and so me and his daddy was like a little high school thing or whatever, but we wasn't like together. And then my second baby daddy, which I got my 3 girls by, like I met him, and then I got pregnant like a month later, and then it was like it really was like forceful of me trying to make it work. But initially, like, it wasn't like where I wanted to be. I was just really choosing it because of the situation. And then, like, it lasted for 3 years. And crazy thing is, all my relationships, like, that were serious were like 3 to 3.5 years. Like, it didn't go past that. And I think 3 years is my tolerance, period. But anyway, and then I met, my ex, and we was together for like 3.5 years. And that was the one that broke the camel's back. So, I mean, at the end of the day, like, you got to pick yourself up. You got to take time away and learn how to love yourself and know what you deserve. And don't settle for nothing less. And that's just period. I don't give a fuck about what nobody said. I'm not putting up with nobody's shit, because I don't have to. I would be by myself. And then, too, a lot of people have to learn how to be by themselves and be okay with being by yourself if a motherfucker ain't giving you what you deserve. Period. Like, if you're going to put in your all and that person's not putting in their all, and, like, what are we talking about? What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? There's no purpose of doing it. Ain't no purpose of being unhappy, miserable, and all this and that, just to be with somebody or just to say that you got somebody. Like, don't nobody got time for that shit. Like, for what? You sitting over here living in misery, but just to say you got a person, and y'all not happy. Like, no. Who does that? But yeah, I'm gonna react to a little bit more here.
My main point was I have to be a better woman, and I have to be in a better space
for
my
yourself.
kids, because right now
And your
I'm
kids.
not in a space that I need to be mentally. A lot of work that I have to do, and y'all gonna see it because it's definitely gonna be a journey, you know. And I came here and I was like, you know, I'm not gonna break down, but this is real life, you know, like this is real life. This is things that happens and things that people don't really even talk about, because sometimes when we talk about things, it gets used against us. So I try to protect as much as I can, you know, putting everything out, because some things are very, you know, like private, and I do respect my
like, hey, I kicked her out? Was that showing like, hey, Carmen moved her stuff out? Give me a little more about that. Did you move out?
You know, I did move out, and I did move out in a sweet way, of course. And I'm not in a mental space to even be able to speak on that, and you know, and that just me as who I am as a person. You know, like I feel like I own just a little bit of respect due to the fact that he's still the father of my kids. And right now, I can't even communicate with my kids what's going on. Like, they don't understand. Right now, it's just like, I'm going to keep my answer as truthful as I can. But I'm not bashing anyone. I'm not disrespecting anyone. He's his own person. He's making his own decision, and I'm making mine.
Why did it take you so long to move on? And the reason why I'm asking it is because you made a comment and said you've been going through toxic things. So what took you so long?
When you have faith that there's going to be better, you know, like when you believe in your person, you know, when you put so much faith that, okay, this is going to be better. We're not going to go through this no more. I know we have to go through things to learn and stuff, but I can't be the only one that has so much faith that this is going to work. And next thing you know, it's like you just draining yourself by constantly just worrying about what I needed to be doing or be saying so my person can be in a good space.
Are you going to get a divorce?
I am. Like, that's a conversation, of course, that me and him have to have. We have to talk about it. And I know you guys are like, oh, well, y'all can't break up. Y'all still together because y'all are married, this and the third. But I'm not.
They separated.
Keep doing things. I'm thinking like, oh, well, because I'm still married. Like, I feel like I hold on to that title for so long that now it's time for me to let it go and just be focused on the person that I am and the person that I can be. That right there is just, it was just my younger stage life, you know, my early 20s. I got married too early, didn't know nothing. We both didn't know nothing. Nobody gave us a guidebook on how marriage was gonna be, you know. So we both did wrong. We both, divorce is definitely something that is gonna be another chapter, you know, to go through. So like I said, everything is a hidden process.
So how are you feeling emotionally knowing that you may have to possibly go through the D process, which is divorce? How does that make you feel? What type of emotions are you feeling as it pertains to that?
All mixed emotions, you know, like I can't sit here and be honest and say, well, I feel that like once I go through it, like no, because I don't know what's gonna happen. I never went through that, you know, like I never went through a whole process, and I'm putting my emotions in a pause. Like I'm trying to be numb. Like I don't want to feel, because when I feel is when I kind of confuse my mind and my heart. Is it gonna be an easy process?
Girl, don't be holding in your emotions, Carmen, because that ain't doing nothing but delaying the process, girl. Cry your tears, let it out, feel how you need to feel, girl. But in your mind, you gonna have to have the power to be like, I'm not going back. I'm really, really done. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like you made the first step by moving out, because, you know, you're not under this person. And when she starts to get her, what is it? Why can't I think of what the fucking word is? Independence. That's what I'm looking for. Once she starts to get her feel her independence for real, without being up under him all the time and being on her own with her kids or whatever, and having to co-parent and stuff. Once it gets to the divorce part, I don't think it might be that hard. I mean, it's still probably gonna be hard. Like, I've never been married, so I can't even say. But any breakup is hard. So like, but I don't think it's gonna be as devastating as, you know, it would be if she was to do it right now. That's why people get separated and then get a divorce, because you need that time to really like get your shit together within yourself. So to be separated, and then by the time it's time for a divorce, it's not easy or whatever. But you done already probably had those conversations and things like that before you even get there. So yeah. Anyway. Oh shit. I don't know where I was.
And next thing you know, it's like you just draining yourself by constantly just work. Didn't know nothing. We both didn't know nothing. No know what's gonna happen. I never went through that, like I never went through a whole process, and I'm putting my emotions in a pause, like I'm trying to be numb, like I don't want to feel, because when I feel is when I kind of confuse my mind and my heart. Is it gonna be an easy process? Of course not. But it's gonna be a process that it has to be done. It's gonna be ugly, it's not gonna be sweet, like it's not, but once it's done, that like I know what to do better next time.
What was your biggest worry about this breakup?
The scared of change. Like it's a major step. That I'm taking. I never did it before. It's a major change. The thing that gets to me is that.
Yeah. So speaking of scared of change, a lot of people stay in relationships because they are so used to how shit is and are just settling for like how shit is, and then not wanting to have to find another person or go through heartache or go dating and all this and that. People get comfortable. So a lot of people stay in relationships because they are just simply comfortable with what the relationship is, what it brings, even if it is like other bullshit happening. That's the person that you're just the most comfortable with, and to have to think to try to go through that or find that person again, a lot of people don't want to do that, so they just keep settling. But it's like, settle to what extent? Your mental health, because at the end of the day, mentally, like, you have to be irritated as hell to sit there to deal with all this shit or not be happy with a person and live that life every day. Like, just, and then the more that you do that, like, you stop talking, you stop having shit to say, you just be like, like, I don't even want to comment on it. You're just going through the motions at this point, and it's not even worth it. Like, and then you start, even like when you got kids, you start losing yourself with your kids, or stop focusing on them because you're not happy. You're falling into a depression or whatever, and it's not even worth it. But yeah,
I'm worried. I'm worried too much because I'm not by myself. I do have 2 kids, and I'm just worried. Like, I'm worried to not provide the way I need to, or like I'm scared to get stuck in my healing process where I just disconnect from people, because I am that person. Like, when I'm going through things, I don't want to talk to people. I don't want nobody in my face. Like, I would just put myself out and just deal with it. But see, I can't do that because I do have people that care for me, and I do have my boys that need me. So it's like I just be holding all in together, But I know that my time gonna come when I'm gonna be able to let everything out. And once I let everything out, then that should be like it.
Well, hello, my dear.
I feel like at the end of the day, this process is not gonna be easy.
Where's Kayla?
It's not gonna be like a fast process neither. But right now, I'm not really focusing on that. But I can definitely say that I am scared that I will get in this dark space and just deal with it by myself, because emotionally and mentally, I like to do things on my own. Like, I don't know, guys. I'm being honest with you guys. Like, I really haven't had that time to myself to really just let it out. So I don't know when that time comes, and when it comes, I will receive it because I know I need it, because it's part of the healing. But I want to make sure that I don't fall in a hole and stay there for a long time, because life is going, life doesn't stop, and I need to be going as well. So I'm scared, I'm definitely scared. I know it's coming, so I'm just mentally, prepared for it, but I'm gonna be okay, like I'm standing here strong, even though I may not look strong, but I am, and it's coming, and I just pray that when it comes, I can just breathe peacefully, I have a peace of mind that I haven't had in a minute now. Like, my mind is just going everywhere, so.
And I notice you keep on saying, I have these boys, they depend on me, and as if you have nobody else. What does co-parenting look like right now in this moment since the day you left between you and Corey?
I don't know where, the image is of which I think how things went or how we live, that we conversated, that we talked, that we agree. It hasn't been no conversation yet, and maybe that's what's hurting me the most. Because at the end of the day, okay, if you don't care about me and I don't care about you, it's cool. But we have to so we be okay with each other so we can give the kids what they need. So right now, when I keep saying my kids, I have them, is because for one, I don't let my kids just, go and I deal with things. No, it seems like every time I deal with something, they with me, and I nurture them a lot. Like, those are my babies. Like, nobody knows, what hurts me to have them. Yes, he's the father, but he was there when I was having, but he don't know my body was going through, the pain that I was going through. So I always feel like I'm going to always be a tiger when it comes to my kids. When it comes down to it, I'm a mom. I deal with everything on my own, and I had support. There's physically support, but emotionally and mentally, I had to be stable in order to give that to my kids. And I know what my kids need. So I'm going to give my kids what they need. I know my kids. I feel like they are my biggest motivation right now to get up every day and figure something out. Let me see what I have to do. So I have support. I have help. I do. But when it comes to my kids and stuff, I it's just really me. That's just such a my world, that's a piece of me. That's literally me, So it's the difference when I can see her say, oh, my mom can have the kids. Oh, he can have the kids. And then, but as a mother, if you're a mother, then you understand where I'm coming from when you're going to feel like you only have your kids.
So, as I see here, sitting here, and I see that you're so emotional as you should be, and I know that you're going through so much. A lot of times when women are going through things, they kind of want to either bash the baby daddy, which you have not done, or they just don't want to talk to them again. Do you think you'll ever talk to Corey again?
Alright, y'all. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this video in the comments below. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see y'all on the next reaction video. I probably will react to part 2, but right now, I don't got the time, so I'll be back with that video. But yeah, peace.